One of the bigger issues, I think, for people in practice is bringing on others and not outlining your relationship in writing, whether it be a partnership, whether you're both shareholders. I see it all too often that people go into business with somebody else thinking it's all going to be great because you know that person and you trust them, but business changes people and money changes people. So I think it's really important for people that are going into business with someone else to define that relationship on paper when you're still happy. And a lot of people are worried to do that because they think they're going to offend the other person. But it's not. It benefits both of you because the idea of it is not to protect one person, but everybody and make it fair. So it's really a benefit to all parties. So I would say that's definitely one of the biggest things you should do, and it's one of the biggest mistakes people often make is neglecting to do that. So we have too many people coming into our office with partnerships gone wrong when nothing was on paper. So usually you want to outline how you handle those disputes, how you handle splitting up, or if one person wants to leave. So that's very important. I know a lot of professionals in practice might have a contracted associate rather than employee, right? Whether it is an employee or a contractor, you want to lay out those terms in writing. Employment, sure, there's legislation governing some of it, but there are some factors you want to consider, such as non-competition issues and confidentiality. So, as a dentist, you can't stop another dentist from, going and working somewhere else. But what you can do is stop them from working next door and, stealing all of your clientele. So we actually had a very similar issue in our office with a medical professional who had a contracted associate. He found a new lease and moved. It was only about a block away. The contractor took his old space because they had nothing in writing. So, that's on the employee and contractor side, that's one of the biggest reasons to put something in writing is to prevent someone from doing that. And it has to be reasonable. They have to be able to work, but you can limit it to a geographical area and a time frame, right? And then also just general duties and expectations. When you have an employee, if you have no expectations in writing, it's very hard to show that they're not meeting their expectations if there is a situation where maybe you need to discipline them or terminate them. So outlining those roles and responsibilities just makes it clear for everybody. When you're planning on hiring a new employee, I would say have your terms in mind already. Know exactly the position you're looking for, the sort of salary you're looking for. Have it set in your mind so when you're meeting with people, the expectations are clear. And again, have it all written down in a contract. Know the laws also, know what you can and cannot do. There are employment regulations relating to vacation time and pay and leaves of absence, termination. So make sure you know the laws so that what you're doing or offering them fits within them, and what you might include in your contract fits within that as well, because you cannot contract out of the law.